Hey guys, free pick time. All right, back with another free play. So before we jump into it, what the hell was that yesterday? If you guys saw my free pick video yesterday, you watched the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We were 9-3 going into yesterday's play over our last 12 free picks, rocking and rolling. Pretty much had the pen in hand to mark down 10-3 because we had the Chicago Cubs game under 8 runs. It is 1-0, bottom of the ninth inning. 2 outs and 2 strikes. So we literally need one more strike to win. Even if all goes wrong, it's still 1-0. Okay, we're not going to get burned on this one. Except final score 6-3. We couldn't even get the goddamn push. How sad is that? We couldn't even get a push at 8. No, it had to be like a double slap in the face to just make sure they got to 9. And then as soon as they get to 9, let's stop scoring, right? Unbelievable. Now, that was not our only bad beat yesterday, believe it or not. We had a game, so that was obviously 99.9%. It's a 1 in 1,000 game. You see something like that, right? But we had the 99%, and we also lost a 93% game yesterday. Despite that, we still had a nice winning day. Now, had we won either of these, again, the day would have been much better. But that's the breaks, okay? Now, the irony, yesterday, I do a video. Okay, and I talked about, treating this like a business and, not getting emotional, et cetera, et cetera. I was really not wanting MLB to come out and give us a real world example and test of that. Okay, we didn't need that. But anyways, guys, back at it today with a free pick. So today, speaking of nice runs, because we've been on one in Masterclass, we have a 2-unit play today. Okay, now our 2-unit play, guys, our record, 70 wins and 29 losses over the last 99 plays. Today is play 100. Okay? Hoping to make it a nice round 71% win rate over 100 plays. That is mind-boggling, okay? I come out here and I talk to you guys about the fact that the goal of a professional, elite level professional, is to win 54 to 56%. There's a lot of people out there don't realize that, okay? They see the people out there saying, oh yeah, you're going to win 65% or 62 or 70 or some of these guys saying 75, 80%. Nonsense, right? The reality is the greatest people right now are trying to hit 54 to 56%. The greatest of all time, Billy Walters, hit 57%. Okay, there's a big misconception by the public about what professionals actually do. Okay, we're not hitting 70%. We're not hitting 65%. What we're doing is winning 54 to 56%. We're hitting a nice 5-6% ROI. I mean, 6 would be a dream, but like nice 5-6% ROI and making a bunch of money. Okay. I've had people message me when I say 54 to 56% and literally say at 55 or 56, you're not even making money. You're still losing money. Incorrect. But anyways, this goes to show the misconceptions. But when we look at this abnormal sample size, and I've said it many, many times. I said it when we were at 60 plays. I said it at 70, said it at 80. Now we're at 100 plays and we're still hitting 71%. It is the single greatest run of my entire life. Okay? I've been doing this professionally over 20 years. And this is the best run of my entire life, guys. So this is the big one today. It's number 100, but again, the money's the same on every play. So, 2-unit play in baseball today, guys. I love it. Needless to say, fingers crossed. We have a very, very nice edge against the line, and we're going to take it. Hopefully make it an even 71% win rate for 100 plays. All right. Now, yesterday, guys, as I mentioned already, I did a little story for you guys. I gave an example about, flying a plane and how that can relate to treating sports betting. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video, go check it out. I think it's worthwhile. And look, a lot of people enjoy that story because, look, there's a lot of people come to this channel for education. They come here to become better sports bettors. They come here to, cut out the mistakes that I made when I was a kid, like all the stupid mistakes. And I can come here in front of you guys and speak from example. I can tell you, don't do this because I did it. Because I made all those mistakes, and I can save you the sleepless nights, the heartache, the blowing up your bankroll, and I can fast forward you through 3 or 4 years, shitty years of my life, doing stupid things in sports betting. So a lot of people like that video. And then on the flip side, you get your instant gratification generation. And these are people it really triggered them that they had to spend 3 minutes listening to a video. And I think that's awesome. So I'm going to share another story with you guys today, okay? Give me a sec. All right, so I've said a few times that repetition and practice is the key to success in just about anything, okay? You look at baseball players' ability to hit, fastballs, hit curveballs, etc. It's like, how do you identify like that quickly? How can you identify a fastball is coming at 94 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden the next pitch is a breaking ball at 82. It's practice, it's repetition, it's doing the same thing again and again and again, which is why I'm such a big proponent of process, okay? And not just in the way we do sports betting in all of my businesses. I say, look, if you can make a process that works, it's repeatable. You do it again and again and again, and it works. And you know what? Tweak it a little bit, make it better, but don't change outside the process. And I want to give you guys a really cool story. For this, we have to go back to NATO, UN conflict, peacekeeping missions with Bosnia, Sarajevo, early 90s, okay? So, true story, guys. Pilot, flying peacekeeping missions for the UN. Routine stuff, pretty much, okay? Because they've done it 100 days in a row. And every day it's the same thing. Fly out, patrol area, come back, land on the aircraft carrier, do it again, blah, 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 right? Back and forth, same thing. Only something different this day. Okay, flying out, routine, having a conversation. All of a sudden, noises come up that they've only ever heard in the simulator before. Immediately, he realizes, okay, I know what this is. He looks at his HUD, his heads-up display, and he sees a little box and it says threat. It identifies that there is a threat. Someone is shooting at him. Immediately, the radio, they know what this is. It is a surface-to-air missile. A surface-to-air missile has been launched and it is on way. So immediately, he goes back to his training, okay? He, looks around and he tries to visually identify where it is. So he can see the very familiar kind of streak coming up. So they identify it. And he waits and waits and waits and, got to be patient. And then he makes his evasive maneuvers and, the plane has whatever surface-to-air missile things. I don't forget what you call them. But anyways, they threw like chaff out the back. Anyways, the surface-to-air missile misses them by quite a ways and flies off. Anyways, they continue on with their mission. They go back and land. He gets back. He debriefs because they were shot at, have to give a full debrief. They go and they get lunch. The rest of the day goes on. He goes to sleep. And in the middle of the night, he said he woke up sweating and shot awake and was like, oh my God, I almost died today. They shot like a surface-to-air heat-seeking missile at me that I was able to avoid, but I almost died. And he realized when he told this story, it was really fascinating because he realized that was the first time that he appreciated how incredibly well he was trained. Because at no point was he ever afraid. No, he just went back to his training and he went into this mode of like, okay, this is what I have to do. Everything the rest of the day for him was very matter of fact. It wasn't until he actually got to sleep and, his brain shut down and then he just woke up and he's like, oh my God, I almost died. And that's when he realized like, the power of repetitiveness and the power of training, the fact that this was drilled into him time and time and time again in the simulators and all the training, that if this happens, you do this. Okay, so how does this relate to sports betting? Well, it's simple, guys, because in sports betting, I tell you guys to identify a process and do it day in and day out. Don't be jumping around, changing the way you cap games, okay? Find a way to cap games and do it repetitively. And this also goes for the bankroll management aspect of things, okay? Once you can train the emotion out of yourself, okay? Once you can trust in yourself enough that you know that over the long term you can identify value and you can practice bankroll management, then you don't have to get worried about these little surface-to-air missiles that get fired at you because you're so well trained that it doesn't matter if you have a crazy bad beat. Because the next day you know that, look, you're going to find value, you're going to practice bankroll management, and you're going to win a lot of money long term, okay? I'm a big proponent of process and doing things in the same way day in and day out. Because if you do things the same way, you get really, really good at it. All right, guys, now that I've triggered the instant gratification people, here's your free play. All right, guys, so today we're going to go with Kansas City, Minnesota, under 7.5. Yes, we got to sweat another under. I would love to have 1-0 in the 9th inning and just hope for the best on this one. All right, guys, KC, Minnesota, under 7.5. BenderWins.com for the full card, guys. We got another 2-unit play. You know what we've been doing. We're looking for 71%, which is just mind-boggling. Not to mention, we got a lot of WNBA and a lot more baseball as well. Best of luck, guys, and we'll see you soon.